At the beginning of this story, we are shown some British soldiers running in the streets of France. Behind them is the German army, that is Hitler's army. They kill almost everyone. But one soldier named Tommy manages to escape and reaches Dunkirk beach. Actually, this was the time when Germany's army was very powerful, and the Allied army, in which many countries together were fighting against Hitler, had been pushed back and trapped on the beach by Hitler's army. At this time, a very large part of France was under Hitler's control, and thousands of troops were stuck on Dunkirk beach, all of whom wanted to return home. Here Tommy meets another soldier named Gibson, who is burying his companion. Tommy helps him. Both of their eyes are filled with silence and sadness. Actually, all the soldiers here are tired of war, and now they all just want to go home. On this beach, there are about 300,000 soldiers. Then Germany's fighter planes come and start dropping bombs on them, injuring many more soldiers. Taking advantage of this, Tommy and Gibson lift an injured soldier and take him to a ship. Actually, it is a hospital ship, and both of them want to leave from here with the help of this injured soldier. But they are not allowed to board this ship. Now, the way to go to the ship, called the Mole, both of them hide under it so that when the next ship comes, they can get in and escape. But as soon as the hospital ship goes a little away from the Mole, German dive bombers attack it, and the ship begins to sink. Everyone starts jumping into the water, and in this chaos, they save a soldier named Alex. In the darkness of night, they reach a British warship standing in the sea. Now all three have boarded this ship. Tommy and Alex are eating food inside, while Gibson is above. Suddenly, the ship is attacked from underwater and begins to sink. Tommy and Alex are trapped, but Gibson arrives, opens the door, and saves them from drowning. After this, all three swim to the shore and save their lives. All three are now hopeless. They understand that no matter how hard they try, they cannot get out of Dunkirk. Escaping from here is almost impossible. On the other side, we are shown England, where the Prime Minister requests everyone to give their private boats for soldiers, because many of our soldiers are stuck on Dunkirk. The shore there is very shallow, so big ships cannot go. That is why small boats are needed. People give their boats to the Navy. But there is one man, Mr. Dawson, who does not give his boat to the Navy but decides to go himself with his son Peter to Dunkirk to rescue soldiers. When they reach the middle of the sea, they see wreckage of a ship, and on it, a soldier is stuck. They save him and bring him onto their boat. This soldier is in shock. Actually, he had somehow escaped from Dunkirk, and his ship had sunk. When he finds out that Dawson is going to Dunkirk, he becomes scared, saying, "Don't go there. If you go, you won't come back alive. I just want to go home." But Dawson and his son Peter do not give up. They still want to go and save soldiers from Dunkirk. With them is also a boy named George. The rescued soldier becomes scared and tries to take control of the boat. A scuffle starts between him and George suffers a deep head injury. Peter bandages his head and finds that George has lost his sight because the wound is too deep. But George does not mind. He always wanted to do some brave deed so that his picture would come in the newspaper and his teacher and friends would see how brave George was. After George's injury, the soldier calms down. Peter's father again sails the boat towards Dunkirk. On Dunkirk beach, Tommy, Gibson, and Alex are shown. They see some Scottish soldiers and go with them. They find a ship stuck near the shore. It is not easy to take it into the sea, but they know that the sea level rises twice a day, and at high tide, they hope they can float the ship and escape from this dangerous beach. They go inside the ship where the captain warns them, "This place is dangerous. You should leave." Just then German soldiers attack, firing bullets, and then stop. Actually, the Germans do not know there are soldiers hiding inside. They were just practicing their aim. Now the water level starts rising, and through the bullet holes, water begins to come in. Everyone knows that if water keeps entering like this, the ship will sink and they won't be able to float. They begin discussing, but Gibson remains silent. Since he met Tommy, Gibson has never spoken, so Tommy begins to suspect him of being a German spy. But later, it is revealed Gibson is not German, but a French soldier. Actually, at the beginning, the soldier he was burying was British, and Gibson wore his uniform because British soldiers were being rescued first from Dunkirk. That is why he had worn it, hoping to escape home. Now, they cannot stop the water entering from the holes, and the ship begins to sink. Many soldiers get out, but Gibson's leg gets entangled in chains. He cannot get out and drowns with the ship, dying there. Outside, Tommy and Alex swim toward a big ship nearby, hoping to save themselves. Meanwhile, in the sky, 3 British fighter planes are heading towards Dunkirk to shoot down German planes attacking soldiers and ships. The captain's plane crashes first. Now only 2 British planes remain, one flown by Farrier. But his plane's fuel gauge is broken, so he cannot know when the fuel will end. He has to be careful. The 2 attack the German planes and shoot 1 bomber down. But 1 British plane also crashes. Mr. Dawson, nearby, sees the crash. The pilot inside is trapped, unable to open the canopy. Mr. Dawson reaches with his boat and saves him, then continues toward Dunkirk. Now, in the sky, only Farrier's plane remains. He continues fighting German planes and shoots most of them down. Because of this, bombs are not dropped on Dawson's and other boats, and many soldiers are saved. But George, who had lost his eyesight due to head injury, has now died. This is not told to the soldier who caused it, because Dawson and Peter know he didn't do it deliberately. He was just scared, trying to save himself. Meanwhile, Farrier's plane runs out of fuel. He lands it on the beach, burns it, and is arrested by German soldiers. From Dunkirk, about 300,000 soldiers are rescued. But commanders stay back because French soldiers are also there, and they want to rescue them too. All the soldiers reach England, where they are welcomed because they risked their lives to fight. Though they could not win, everyone salutes their bravery. Tommy reads Churchill's statement. We hoped to save 45,000, but 335,000 soldiers were rescued. Our operation was successful. Peter tells George's story to the media, and it is published in the newspaper along with George's photo, fulfilling his dream. Although Prime Minister Churchill saved 335,000 soldiers from Dunkirk Beach, this is how the movie ends. At the end, which movie story do you want to hear next? Tell me in the comments below, because I read your comments. Thank you very much for your lovely comments.